These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hi there, I'm Jamie Warren with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. 4th of July and the morning after is always one of the busiest nights for our firefighters. We have been tracking numerous fires overnight, including this one at an apartment complex near 16th Street in Thomas. Everyone was able to evacuate, but we are learning that 2 people are now displaced. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. Breaking overnight, an off-duty Phoenix police officer is seriously hurt after a crash. This happened at around 8 o'clock last night near 67th Avenue in McDowell. Officers tell ABC15 that they arrived on scene to find that 2 cars had collided. One was driven by that off-duty officer. He was taken to a nearby hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. The other driver is expected to be okay. Detectives say that they're working to figure out what caused that crash. And check out this video. This was sent to us from a viewer on the I-10 where you can see DPS says that the driver of that water tank took off after troopers tried to pull them over. The driver was eventually detained on the 10 near the Loop 303.
Lincoln 13, she just hit my car.
Well, these were some pretty tense moments captured on body camera video. A drunk driver crashing into a Buckeye police patrol car. Officers say that her breathalyzer test registered over 3 times the legal limit. She was arrested for extreme DUI. The 4th of July weekend, one of the busiest of the year for first responders, as we mentioned. So last night, ABC 15 rode along with the Phoenix Fire Department as they responded to car crashes and other calls made all throughout the night. The fire department says that they see a spike in calls related to fireworks, including injuries, and they're urging anyone who might still be celebrating throughout the weekend to keep safety top of mind.
Take every safety precaution, whether you're out in the heat, whether you're lighting fireworks off, going on a hike, being around pools. Please, please take every safety precaution before you're doing any of those events.
The fire department teamed up with the city and police department this year in a fireworks safety task force to educate everyone about the dangers they can pose. The U.S. job market is continuing to chug along despite some uncertainty about the economy and how President Trump's tariffs could shake out. And this is as stocks gained earlier in the week. But beneath the headline numbers, economists are saying there are some worrying signs that could point to trouble ahead. Here's Brian Abel with the breakdown.
The U.S. labor market stronger than expected in June, adding 147,000 jobs.
The U.S. really is still the brightest spot in the global economy.
The strong gains sent stocks soaring Thursday, the Dow nearing an all-time high and the S&P 500 hitting a new record, soothing nerves among investors worried about a potential economic slowdown due to uncertainty over President Donald Trump's tariff policies. A healthy jobs market also taking some pressure off of U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell to lower interest rates.
President Trump has been asking him to cut rates. Really hard to argue that you should be cutting rates when the economy is still so very strong.
Yet beneath the top line number, economists are noting some trouble signs hidden in the data. The bulk of the growth was concentrated in just 3 sectors: healthcare, hospitality, and state and local government. But manufacturing employment, a key priority for the Trump administration, is down.
Even if some manufacturing is done here, they're using parts that are made elsewhere, and all of those prices are going up. And I think we're going to start to see that in reduced manufacturing employment.
The report also reveals it's getting more difficult for Americans to find work. The duration of unemployment getting longer, with an increase in the share of people out of work for 27 weeks or more. And while the pace of wage growth rose in June, it was slower than expected. In Washington, I'm Brian Abel.
Hope you had a very happy and safe 4th of July. Our high today here in Phoenix, 106 degrees. That is about average for this time of year. Much cooler than that record that was just set last year at 118 degrees. Other parts of our state today also very warm. Sedona, you'll be sitting at 96 today. Flagstaff, 82. If you're out on the lake, if you're in Lake Havasu today, 108 degrees is your high. 107 in spots like Bullhead City. Down south, Casa Grande, you will also be in the triple digits. We do have an air quality alert that you'll need to know about. It is unhealthy as you step outside for specific sensitive groups today. Following the 4th of July, that is typical. And here's that 7-day forecast. We're actually going to spike up to 115 by Wednesday, which is why we have an extreme heat watch now in effect starting on Monday. For the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head on over to ABC15.com or download that free ABC15 mobile app.
These latest headlines from ABC 15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.